Hello. Release 10.1 just went out today. I didn't think it was going to happen until like Wednesday or Thursday, so it's a little nice to see it come out a day early, or 2 days early. I don't know. It wasn't really planned anyways, so who cares? Anyways, it's March 3rd. Also, that launched today, Season 2 of Ranked Mode, not Season 2 of the Fortuna Pass, because that's already live. Ranked Mode adjustments. Dear prospectors, we have heard a lot of feedback concerning the first implementation of Ranked Mode, and we are very glad that you shared so much of your insights and experience with us. This is why we want to present you with the second iteration of the Ranked Mode formula. But they don't. Well, I'll dive into that in just a second. In short, instead of basing it... Yeah, in short. I want the in long, but I'm weird. Instead of basing your rank points on the match rank and your performance only, we now make a prediction on how well players are expected to perform in a given match and base your rank points on actual performance compared to expected performance. It's really kind of vague. Even in the live stream, it was the 2 or 3 sentences that I think it was Torque that was trying to explain it. It didn't. I was like, oh, okay, so it's based on performance, but it's not based on performance, but it's more on a predicted performance. Additionally, tuning has been adjusted to emphasize the value of your scoreboard placement more than before. We know that this description is a bit on the vague side, and we will provide you with more detailed analysis in a form of a blog post in the near future. Okay, cool. That's what I was going to go into here in a little bit, because I'll still pull it up open anyways. But, yeah, so we have a more accurate ranked mode. Still, it's going to be based on time played, which is fine. It's really hard to make a ranked system that'll rank you without a lot of playtime. There's reasons why people play Rainbow Six all year long, or Halo 5, or all seasons long, because they're constantly... You eventually get to a point where you have to keep going to not get knocked out, right? Miscellaneous. This I haven't played yet today. I haven't, and I'm really curious if I'm going to feel a difference. I'm not the best player on the planet. I'm pretty good, but I don't have a lot of muscle memory. I change guns too much. So I'm curious if I'm going to see a difference with the new hit detection. And I wonder if this new model over here on the right is going to affect that headshot stuff that I've talked about in the past. I haven't tested it every update to see if it still exists, but ultimately we noticed in multiple updates that when you jumped, this box around your head, and looking at this image almost verifies what my theory was, is when you jumped, it's like it didn't stay with your body. It would sink inside. So when you were in the air, it was insanely hard to hit people and land headshots when they were in the air. So I'm hoping with if this is literally the new hit detection, that'd be dope. And then the other cool thing about having a model like this and all these different segments and joints, they could add different damage numbers to the different body. It makes it a little more complex. You just don't have here's body damage, here's headshot damage. So they might never change it, but now you'll be able to smack someone's wrist, whereas before you couldn't. They're poking out from a tree, emoting. Lilia. Right, require requeue feature. So they've turned the requeue off, thank God. Requeuing is a good idea. The automatic portion of it is not. It should always be a button. Just a button. Actively tuning, slightly reduced scoring per tick from the laser drill. I hadn't really spent a lot of time on the laser drill. I know that in the dev stream they were talking about how it was insanely powerful. So I should have taken advantage of it. I should have. The improved hit detection box changed from our previous setup to a new one. The hitbox is more tailored to the character. Nice. Now I wonder if we're going to have lots of people running female characters because they're skinnier. Audio updates. The boxer suit sound effects revert. Hopefully, okay, I'm curious. Comrade explosion fix. I wonder if this is what I was talking about with the explosion sound being so loud at close range. Advocate and PDW volume and attenuation fix. Okay, because they were loud. Bottom lines processed and volume standardized. For those of you that didn't know, he was quieter after last. They've changed his They changed the voice actor or just the lines? I think the voice actor. It's a different voice now, and they were saying it's really quiet now. I have a lot of my audio stuff turned down because I stream, and so I turn a lot of that stuff down. But dirt beasts as opposed to water beasts or jungle beasts. Volumes dropped slightly and standardized. Audio stuttering bug fixed. Weapon tuning. The lacerator fall off reduction changed from 70 to 40. Okay, so the lacerator is going to lose damage at a closer range now. So they've nerfed the effectiveness of it at long range, which is fair. You shouldn't have a $200 weapon that competes with $500 weapons. So, and to be honest, the damage it does isn't out of this world. So I think tweaking the performance of it is better than just nerfing the straight up damage. So this is, I'm curious to see how many people are still going to be rocking it. I'm going to try it tonight. I don't like using guns where people can come in and be like, oh, you're using that because it's just overpowered. So if this changes it, I might start using it a little bit more. That way I can't get called out for using an overpowered gun. Manticore, mods, missile flechettes, radial damage. So the AoE damage, area of effect, I don't know why. So for those of you, whenever you hear AoE, it's area of effect. So how big the area is, right? Explosion, boom, boom. The radial damage for 125 damage to 60 of the base damage. So the explosion damage is now weaker on the missiles. Has no damage fall off when reused. Oh, okay. I didn't know they had damage drop off. So now they're just a flat damage no matter what, but they're 60% versus they used to be 125. Bundle ejector added 30% area of effect damage reduction. Okay. Gorgon mods. Crossed resistor. Improved rate of fire. So the Gorgon's got a higher rate of fire now. From what it looks like watching some streams today, it still has some recoil that you have to manage. But it does, if you land headshots, it melts. But body shots, it's still fairly weak. So I might be playing with this for the first time tonight. For fun. We'll see. Phasic Lancer, single shot chamber weapon recoil is slightly increased, so it's supposed to be harder to handle. It does kick. It does kick around, but from watching streams again today, it still looks very viable and manageable. But it does kick a lot more. Kinetic Arbiter, the rate of fire changed from 1.4 to 1.7, so now it takes longer to shoot. Karma, the temporary fixed for an exploit. Was it an exploit? Maybe. Basically, there's an animation cancel where you could fire your 2 shots quicker than intended. So it's a temporary fix. They just made it a 1 shot instead of a 2 shot. So you have to reload every time now. And then the splinter does not reduce a bullet anymore. Bug fixes. What do we got? Fixed an issue where the transition screen display was the wrong map. Fixed an issue where progress bar was not shown at the end of the match. Fixed an issue where XP gain was not shown if playing for the Korlev faction. Several smaller UI fixes, general stability improvements. This is funny. I'm going to do this tonight. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the match for everybody, but I want to try this. In bold, if you press the enter button during the match, you will freeze for up to 5 seconds. So please, do not press enter during the match. And then everything else is still kind of the same. I was looking at some of these. I'll leave these on screen. You can always go to the website, thecycle.game, click on news, and they'll have their latest patch notes. I'll have a link also in the description below, along with a ton of other guides and testing and goodies, other videos for Cycle. Yes, in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter, at SlyGumbi, for news, goofiness, updates. As I stated, I'm a streamer. I stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the late night hours of 8 p.m. till about 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's West Coast United States. No, wrong one. This is what I was hoping to see about Season 2. I want to see how they changed all of this information. This is what I like. I like stuff like this. When they first posted this, I spent, 15 minutes analyzing all of this stuff. So I understood a lot on how ranked mode was working. I know they tweaked a lot of this stuff a little bit throughout Season 1, but I was hoping to see what was different in the Season 2 predicted stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not big on ranked. I don't play enough to merit playing ranked all the time. It's just fun to know when I get bored if I'm on the shitter and I need something to read. Because I don't do Facebook. Anyways, or TikTok. I'm out. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.